Can you even afford to eat here? My cousin Madison laughed as we walked into Mastro's, the kind of steakhouse where appetizers cost $40. I was wearing my usual thrift store jeans and a hoodie while she strutted in designer everything. Louboutin heels, Chanel bag, the works. Seriously, Sophia, look around. The wine list here starts at $200 a bottle. I'd been working 3 jobs since dropping out of college 2 years ago. Barista at 5 a.m., data entry until 3 p.m., then dog walking until dark. Meanwhile, Madison lived off her trust fund and never missed a chance to remind me how different our lives were. Her parents had paid for her MBA, her condo, even her car. My parents, they'd cut me off completely when I dropped out to help my sick grandmother. Maybe we should hit up Applebee's instead, she whispered loud enough for nearby tables to hear. More your, budget range. This dinner was supposed to be her treating me for my 24th birthday, but she'd been making comments all week. Hope you don't mind somewhere cheap when she first suggested dinner. Dress nice, but not too nice. Don't want you to feel out of place. The hostess seated us at a prime table by the window. Madison immediately grabbed the wine menu, making a show of studying the prices. God, even their house wine is $15 a glass. This is so awkward for you. I pulled out my cracked iPhone 8, the same one I'd had for 3 years because I couldn't afford an upgrade. Madison smirked when she saw it. Still rocking that ancient phone, I see. I opened my Coinbase app and turned the screen toward her. The balance read 2,147,293. Her face went from smug to confused to absolutely pale in about 3 seconds. What? How? Is that Photoshop? Remember when you laughed at me for buying Ethereum when it was 180? I said calmly. Called it fake internet money? 2 years ago, when my grandmother got sick, I'd used my entire $5,000 savings account to buy crypto instead of paying for a semester of college. Everyone thought I was insane. You spent your tuition money on Bitcoin or whatever, Madison stammered. That was so stupid. Ethereum, actually. And I bought 25 coins. It hit $4,200 last month. I watched her do the math in her head. Her expression shifted from disbelief to something that looked like panic. I've been quietly accumulating more with every paycheck from my 3 jobs, I continued. While you were posting Instagram stories from Cabo, I was researching DeFi protocols and yield farming. The waiter approached our table. Madison was still staring at my phone screen like it might disappear. Good evening, ladies. Can I start you with some champagne? Yes, I said, finally putting my phone away. Bring us your most expensive bottle. Dom Perignon 2012 if you have it. Excellent choice, miss. That's $850. Madison's mouth fell open. Sophia, you can't just... Actually, let's make it 2 bottles, and we'll do the full tasting menu with wine pairings. After the waiter left, Madison found her voice. I don't understand. You work at a coffee shop. 3 jobs, remember? And I live with 4 roommates in a crappy apartment in Queens. Every dollar I didn't spend on rent went into crypto. I leaned back in my chair. Turns out being poor taught me discipline you never learned. But you never said anything. What was I going to say? Hey, Madison, remember when you called me financially irresponsible at Christmas dinner? Well, my portfolio just hit 7 figures. She was quiet for a long moment. So all those times I offered to pay for dinner or suggested cheaper places, you weren't being generous. You were being condescending. The champagne arrived. As the waiter popped the cork, I added, I'm actually looking at houses in Westchester now. Cash offers only. Funny how fast things can change. Madison barely touched her champagne. I had no idea. I mean, I thought you were struggling. I was struggling, but I was also building something. I raised my glass. Here's to patient money and impatient relatives. The irony wasn't lost on me. For 2 years, I'd eaten ramen noodles while Madison posted pictures of $50 brunches. I'd walk to work to save on subway fare while she Ubered everywhere. Now I could buy her parents' house twice over. So what happens now? She asked quietly. Now, I finished my birthday dinner at this lovely restaurant you chose. Tomorrow, I put in an offer on a 4-bedroom colonial with a 3-car garage. I smiled and took another sip of champagne. Thanks for picking somewhere so expensive, Jess. Really helps me celebrate properly. Sometimes the best revenge isn't revenge at all. Sometimes it's just patience.